evening and welcome to Wednesday's edition of the Regional News. Jamaica is now ranked number 1 in the Caribbean for the collection of plastic bottles for recycling, says Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Matthew Samunda. The local collection rate of plastics for recycling is about 40%, and the country is aiming for the gold standard rate of 70% collection per month. Quote unquote, I am proud of the investment being made by the manufacturing sector because Jamaica is now number 1 in the Caribbean in its recovery rate of plastic bottles produced on a monthly basis, the minister said. He expressed confidence that with the commitment of the partners and the support of the government, Jamaica can be the first nation in Latin America and the Caribbean region to achieve the goal of 70% collection of plastics. Operated by Recycling Partners of Jamaica, RPJ, the Kingsland facility marks another step in the agency's mission to protect the environment, create economic opportunities, and inspire a culture of sustainability across the island. It provides an avenue for residents and businesses in Manchester to properly dispose of plastic waste while demonstrating the opportunities available in recycling. And now for some international news. A strange new illness festering in the heart of Africa has killed 143 people and counting, and most of the victims are teenagers, authorities said. The unidentified disease has infected at least 300 people in the Democratic Republic of Congo since November 10, causing flu-like symptoms including fever, headaches, coughing, breathing difficulties, and anemia, the country's health minister said. Most of the dead have been between 16 and 18, authorities said. The government has dispatched a medical team to the Kwango province, where the disease is most common, to investigate the strange outbreak, while urging citizens to stay calm. The outbreak comes just before the 5th anniversary of the first recorded case of COVID-19 in Wuhan, China. We end with another international story. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu promised defiantly on Tuesday to knock down corruption allegations against him as he began testifying in his long-running trial, becoming the first sitting Israeli leader to take the stand as a criminal defendant. The testimony is another low point for Israel's longest-serving leader, who also faces an international arrest warrant for alleged war crimes in Israel's war in Gaza. In his opening testimony in a packed courtroom, Netanyahu argued that he was a dedicated leader and a defender of Israel's interest, swatting away the charges against him as, quote-unquote, drop in the sea, compared to the challenges he has faced protecting his country. But the charges have torn over divisions in Israel and complicated Netanyahu's legacy, which has also been tainted by the war in Gaza and the growing international isolation Israel faces because of it. Speaking freely and appearing at ease, Netanyahu said he could balance appearing at his trial with his duties as prime minister at a time when Israel is still fighting a war in Gaza and contending with the fall of Bashar Assad in neighboring Syria. Netanyahu will answer during his court appearances the charges of fraud, breach of trust, and accepting bribes in 3 separate cases. He is accused of accepting tens of thousands of dollars worth of cigars and champagne from a billionaire Hollywood producer in exchange for assistance with personal and business interest. He is also accused of promoting advantageous regulations for media moguls in exchange for favorable coverage of himself and his family. Netanyahu, 75, denies wrongdoing, saying the charges are a witch hunt orchestrated by hostile media and a biased legal system how to topple his lengthy rule. His testimony caps years of scandal that have swirled around him and his family, who have gained a reputation as enjoying a lavish lifestyle at taxpayers' expense. Netanyahu's testimony is taking place in an underground fortified courtroom for security reasons. Since the trial began in 2020, the court has heard prosecution witnesses in 3 cases, including some of Netanyahu's once closest aides, who turned state witnesses. The prosecution has tried to portray the prime minister as an image-obsessed leader who broke the law to improve his public perception. Thank you for watching. I am TIANA.